y'all can S-double-E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can S-T-O-P. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a award, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Fourth down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who is next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldier, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty. Talking all hockey, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And
with Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. They start the drive with Peterson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Now Newton on first down. Hits his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, here's Newton. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 and 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They're coming at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Newton to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Gino. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. The Seahawks at a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Walker with another carry. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. We're scoreless after 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, it's Walker. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
It is now the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Newton. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how many of your offenses tell us before a game that we're in every series with a kick, right? Punt, PAT, or field goal. In the case of the defense, they wanted in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next. But they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Mustang 19.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
18, pioneer.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. This is the tight end fan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Javon Kinlaw able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
We didn't get to see how Javon Kinlaw followed up his rookie season when a knee injury ended year 2 after just 4 games. But when he's healthy, he creates rubble across the defensive front.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
But this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Smith on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They snap it to Newton. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Come on. Hey.
Give to Walker on the read option. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
50 even, 50 even.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. On 1st and 10, Newton. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he coughed it up. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talk about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league.
Half the 60, half the 60.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Back to throw, Smith. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now an option play on second down. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us.
their call to finish this one off.
19 Tiger, alert, alert.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll run for it. Peterson. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top of that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up. club, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Yeah, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend.